everybody, and welcome to the Scott Show. This is the wrestling show. We are actually doing yet another call. It's an alternative way of listening to a match on the network. It is me calling the match. What I'm going to do differently this time is I've actually got a headset on. I've got a second computer that I'm watching this on. So you won't be hearing the action as it's called, but you will be hearing, I'll be getting little notes and what's going on and stuff like that. So a little bit of change. I know that some people weren't incredibly happy with the Terry Bam Bam Gordy and Kevin Von Erich match, but that's all good. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to Hardcore Heaven 97. It was August 17th, 1997. And it is Jerry the King Lawler against Tommy Dreamer in a match that you never thought you'd see Jerry Lawler come into Hardcore Heaven 97 in the ECW arena. I don't know if it was in the arena or if it was in Fort Lauderdale, which I know that they had one of them there too. So wherever it was a great event, and there you go. So folks, we are doing this now. Hardcore Heaven 97, calling the action will be me. And it's Jerry the King Lawler and Tommy Dreamer. If you guys are watching this on the network, you go to 1 hour and 24 minutes and 9 seconds into the event itself. That is 1 hour, 24 minutes and 9 seconds into the event as Jerry Lawler is standing in the ring. And I'm going to make the call. Here we go. Hit your buttons now. Alright, so Jerry Lawler is making his little announcement in the ring, berating the crowd. He has a cheap crown on, and actually longer hair in the back. Normally you guys would get to hear the promo, but I can't do that because of copyright stuff. So there you go, folks. We are getting me talking while Jerry Lawler is in the ring berating the ECW crowd, talking about how bad the ECW crowd is, and saying, "Hey, watch the WWE stuff. This is great." So, folks, ECW is one of my favorites, and I think Hardcore Heaven 97 was the first one that I actually got to see. So I do think it was in Fort Lauderdale at the War Memorial, but I cannot be positive on that. You see how the ring is kind of bloody a little bit, and yeah, that might have been from Sabu and Sabu Terry Funk Born to Be Wired, which I believe was before this event in 97. So folks, we are at Hardcore Heaven 97. Like I said, this event is just awesome. I never thought I would see Jerry Lawler in the ring. And now he's saying that the WWE guys are wanting to saying that the WWE guys asked him to do their moves, like The Undertaker said to do the Tombstone, Stone Cold Steve Austin said to do the Stunner, and that he wants to open up a can of whoop ass on the crowd and on Tommy Dreamer. So here comes Tommy Dreamer. Hopefully soon. We got a lot of stuff going on. And Tommy's probably standing at the thing, because it's not a WWE pay-per-view, folks. You can see this right away. Here comes Beulah McGillicuddy. As she comes out to the ring. And right behind her is Tommy Dreamer, the innovator of violence himself. You can see the security guys by Beulah. Pretty trippy how this whole thing works. There's Tommy Dreamer in his ECF&W shirt. I heard that the guys did a lot of the designing of these shirts. I actually heard it was Taz who designed a lot of the ECW branding. Joey Styles making fun of Jerry Lawler being the USWA champion like 27 times. I think he held it like 34 or 35 times by now. Jerry Lawler has this kind of history of going to other promotions and fighting their people, including a great match with Kerry Von Erich, one of the most bloody matches I've ever seen in wrestling. Jerry Lawler laying it in to Tommy Dreamer. Tommy Dreamer has something in his hand. Looks like a little pot or some kind of aluminum. And he smacks him with Lawler, goes right over the rope, out to the outside, and Dreamer celebrates with that kind of Raven style. But here we go, we have a little outside game here. Dreamer hits Lawler with something else. Punches to the head, there's one, there's two. And there's three. Dreamer already going to the crowd saying, "Hey, I wanted this beer." And chucks the beer at Lawler. Lawler taking a whooping so far in the first 2 seconds of this match. It might even look like he's busted open already. And he's going to go on... Oh, and he gets put on the guardrail. And yeah, he's bleeding pretty good. He got put on the guardrail. Oh, and there's a hamburger right in Lawler's face. So there he has done all the stuff from the concession stand. And there's a stop sign to Lawler's head. Lawler is bleeding. And Dreamer's gonna, give him a little tour of the building, if you will. As they're walking around. And Dreamer punches him. There's a second punch. Gives him a seat out here as they're hanging out with the crowd. Selfie pictures will be taken. Oh, and here we go. Somebody's gonna grab another beer. And he punches him with the cup. So the beer and the blood, that would be very interesting. I don't know how that would work exactly. Now they're coming down the stairs again. Irish whip into the railing there. And the punch right by the railing. Dreamer just laying it into Lawler. Now they're going to go back into the ring. Or at least the ring area now. As he tosses him against the guardrail, tells him to have a seat. It's funny that Lawler talked before about ECW, and yet he's covered in the beer and the blood like in the first minute of this match. And there he goes to the other side, and he's gonna whoop him with a belt. Somebody just gives him a belt and says, "Here." And then he wraps it around Lawler's throat, choking him. Lawler holding on to something. Holding on to the security guys. But we have Lawler getting flipped back over to the ringside area. As now they are right outside the ring. He's still using that belt. It would probably not fit some of the guys that I saw at MLW One Shot, I'll tell you that right now. Like Barrington Hughes wouldn't fit that guy at all. And Beulah standing outside the ring. Not doing too much in this match so far. Now Dreamer's coming in with a chair. Of course, this is ECW, folks. You know, everything is legal in here. Getting the crowd pumped. He goes to the top rope with the chair. Oh, and then he gets crotched right in the top rope. I did not imagine I was going to use the word crotched today, but then also thought I was going to do a different match than this one. Lawler launches Dreamer into the chair. Lawler's got a little control in this match now. And right to the back with the chair. Tommy's feeling the chair. And he throws him into the chair, which he had against the ropes. That's a little interesting thing you don't see too often. Lawler, seeing that he's bleeding, it smears it on Dreamer's face. The referee is wondering what the hell, but he's an ECW ref, so I don't know what exactly he's used to. Dreamer getting punched and falls right over. Lawler is very much in control of this match so far. Still bleeding pretty good from the head. And here's the Irish whip right into the guardrail goes Dreamer. The fans are rabid. You might want to check those folks for rabies. And we got another chair to the back. Lawler laying it into Dreamer here. And holding the chair and running Dreamer into it. That looked pretty funny. And then he gets crotched on the guardrail. It probably is not the... I hope it isn't the worst thing that happens, but I'm not going to say for certain that it will be. There's the bell and the announcer. Here's the belt. He's wrapping the belt around his fist and punches. Tommy takes a nice little punch to the head with the belt. Now Lawler has the belt, wrapping it around Dreamer this time. They're going back and forth quite a bit. That makes it pretty interesting here. And now Tommy gets thrown in the guardrail. As it's country whipping time. Lawler takes him out with one shot. And another one. Oh. That whipped him so bad it hurt my feelings. Okay, check it out. Oh, there you go. One more. By the way, if you guys are watching on the network, check it out. If you're not, if you're just listening, well then enjoy. I don't know, he's got a hamburger in his hand. Oh, it's a cheeseburger. Oh, I'm sorry. That reminds me of the interesting story I heard about Percy Pringle and eating the food from the Sportatorium in beautiful Dallas, Texas, and how good the fries tasted all the time. Alright, Dreamer gets choked by Lawler here. They're kind of going back and forth on the rope. He ties him in. He's tying him in with a belt. That does not look like it's going to go well. Tommy Dreamer is tied to the bottom with the belt. And there's Lawler putting the boots to him. Keeps putting the boots to him. And here comes a pile driver. And pile driver. Oh, the Lawler specialty. Currently banned in the WWE. They can't use that in the WWE. Oh, and here comes the pin. One. Nope. 1 count pin. Alright, Lawler punching Dreamer. Right against the turnbuckle. Now he's talking smack to the ECW peeps. And there's a punch. Laying it in. 3, 4. Every time they start a little segment like that, we count it like Brock Lesnar in Suplex City. He's got his foot right up on his chest right there. He had it in there for a second. And Lawler just tearing off the ECW shirt. And he's got the ECF&W in his hand right there, showing the crowd he's got it. Takes it and now uses it as a wash rag. And he pulled down his tights, and now he's cleaning his tights with the ECW shirt. And I'm sure he just threw that into the crowd. I'm sure somebody wants to have that when it was on his butt, but whatever works. I'm sure that's probably a collector's item by now. Lawler throws a few punches at Dreamer. Dreamer showing no effect. Dreamer just ready to fight. Tries to punch him again. No, nothing. Looks like he's kind of hulking up there. And block. And Lawler gets punched. 2, 3. And Lawler gets... Oh, one more punch for a good measure. Lawler is down. But Lawler gets back up. He takes the strap down and the heel fall. The flare fall. And he's not pinning him, though. He should pin him. And he's putting the other part of the shirt in his mouth. Well, Dreamer put... Oh, and that was a axe hammer throw for... yeah. That was a ball shot right there, folks. Not too many times I thought I would call a ball shot and... Oh, and then you got the knee to the groin area. 4 of those from Lawler. Lawler relentless. Much different match than he had with Kerry Von Erich back in the day. Or too many others. He's arguing with the ref now. Folks, this is a very exciting match from Hardcore Heaven 97. I don't know what the referee's arguing with him about, though, because it's ECW. It's not really a lot of rules there. I don't know if they had too many disqualifications. And now we have a ref bump. The ref has been bumped, folks. And now Lawler DDTs the ref. Now the ref has definitely been bumped. And now they can do other stuff that they could do anyway because it's ECW. And Dreamer and Lawler has Dreamer's legs between the post and pushes him towards the post. Smacks his head against the post, and there you go. Now they're back outside. Now Lawler gets thrown in the ring, and they're going to set him up for the same spot And the lights go out in Georgia. I don't know what happened. And the lights are off. And it looks like nobody's home. Folks, when the lights come back on, I'll let you know what happened. But right now, the lights are off. Lights turn back on. And there's Rick Rude with a garbage can. Ravishing Rick Rude, the former Intercontinental Champion. And he's got a garbage can. Oh, as he makes Tommy eat it. Oh, with a hard shot. Rick Rude making it happen here. Alright, and he gives Lawler the thumbs up sign. Like, we're good, man. You got this. You got this. Here comes the pin, but the referee... Whoa, referee's back to you. And that would be a no-go. 2 count from the referee. And Lawler just kicks him. Like, I didn't care what you thought anyway. Headbutt. Now this is Tommy Dreamer and Jerry the King Lawler, Hardcore Heaven 97. Irish whip to the rope. And he's getting him ready for the... Oh, and the lights go out again. He got him ready for the pile driver. Lights are out again in Georgia. They did not pay the power bill. Apparently Paulie did not have the money back in the day. And the lights are back on. And it's Jake the Snake Roberts. Giving a short arm clothesline to Tommy Dreamer. And then goes to Lawler. And, yeah, Lawler does not look like that was set up by him. And Roberts grabs Dreamer and the DDT. And there it was, the DDT. And Roberts talking to the camera. And Roberts hit Lawler with the clothesline. And he kicked the ref for good luck. And there's 1, 2. And Dreamer kicks out. Roberts actually clapped for the kick out. And God only knows what Jake the Snake Roberts was doing there, but that was good. And the lights always seem to go out in Georgia. They need to start paying the bill here. Alright, and it looks like a chair is coming in. Lawler and Dreamer fighting in the ring. Lawler with the upper hand hits him with a punch. Hits him with another punch. And another one. That's Lawler's MO right there. And trying to pick him up. No. And got him for a DDT. And the lights go out in Georgia again. Oh my God. Somebody pay the bill. Somebody pay the damn bill. The lights went out in Georgia. Who could it be this time? Or did they just... It's a lights out match, apparently, and the lights are out. There we go home. We got somebody coming in. And it's Sonny. And Sonny sprays Tommy Dreamer with some sort of stuff, and oh, here comes Beulah. And there is a cat fight, as I could only hope for. And there's Jerry Lawler. He has Beulah in his hands. And he's getting her ready for a clothesline. Almost a pile driver. Beulah gets a nut shot. And so does Lawler. Or so does Dreamer to Lawler. Sets him up for the DDT. Here we go. 1, 2. And Dreamer wins the match. Dreamer winning the match at Hardcore Heaven 97. It was awesome, folks. Sonny's just kind of out there, very unhappy. Sonny, later Tammy Fitch. I don't know. Tammy. And she's checking on the king. And there you go. The action goes back to not to AJ Styles. Oh my goodness. I've been watching too much current wrestling. But it goes back to Joey Styles. And with that, folks, I'm going to pause this. And we're going to get out of here. As I just called Lawler and Dreamer from ECW Hardcore Heaven 97. Check it out. Now, if you guys do check out the main event, also is Shane Douglas, the franchise, the real franchise. Don't be using that name anywhere else. John Cena against Sabu and the wild man from Texas himself, Terry Funk, for the ECW Heavyweight Championship. That is the next match. I might call that one of these days. But for now, I called the one match. And I got some other stuff to do, including another podcast. So we're going to get off of here. Enjoy, and if you guys do watch that other match, you can pause it now and we'll come back later for more ECW Hardcore Heaven 97. So, with that being said, folks, check us out, tinyurl.com/102550, and we will see you real soon.